was me, age 7. I thought fashion was magic. Turns out it's a lot more complicated than that. I had a blog at 7 talking about clothes. Back then, I didn't know about greenwashing or fast fashion or what it actually costs to make a $5 shirt. And now I do, and I'm trying to do better. So welcome to the Lexy Show, Fashion That Gives a Damn. I'm Lexi Silverstein, and this show is for anyone who loves fashion and is done pretending the industry is fine. Every week, we go deeper so you can shop smarter, spend better, and stop getting played. Now, let's get back to today's guest. Today, I'm talking with Madhu Vaishnav, founder of Saheli Women, a women-led social enterprise and sustainable fashion production house, creating economic opportunities for women in rural Rajasthan, India. Madhu, welcome. For someone discovering Saheli Women for the first time, how would you describe what you have built and what makes it different from a conventional garment factory?
First of all, I really feel someone really want to hear Saheli Woman. What is Saheli Woman is garment comes secondary in our life. The first thing which Saheli Woman stands strongly is female empowerment and equality. And because this is heard by the international community, and I want to talk about the equality on every level. So when we say equality on a gender, equality that we human, no matter from which part of the world we come, time is gone when India used to be known as third world country, and I think they demand the equality on every level in the world. So that's what the Saheli woman is. It stands for equality, respect, and love for everyone. And then the government comes. So to achieve our equality, make our small voice sitting in the small village and making international, a garment is way for us to achieve our goal. Garment is way for us to empower our ladies financially. A garment is way for us to break the culture norms. And these culture norms could be in India, in a village where so many small barriers for women to before they come out from the home, and if they want to learn something, always go all the way around the globe, how women in a different country and South Asian is seen in the world.
Amazing. Your own path to working outside the home was not straightforward. How did that experience kind of shape the way that you approach women whose ambitions may also have conflicted with what was expected of them?
I think I come from a very grassroots humble family. I've seen all the challenges what women in India in a rural area will face, whether it's a opportunity to study, opportunity to come out and learn, or opportunity how people has seen us, like with the physical shape and our financial situation. And I broke all of them. And I feel like if I can break, anyone can break it. If I can make it difference, anyone in the world can make it difference, because I'm a very simple lady. But if I can do all these complex things very easily, there are many ladies amazingly courageous. They can do it so easily. I feel like, working in the female empowerment and working in Saheli Woman, we always say we empower the woman. It's very important. But strongly, what I believe is behind the curtain, under the carpet, we are not empowering the woman. Woman by born by nature is empowered. We born empowered. We are empowering the man so they can actually accept our position similarly in the society. And that's why I feel like what I have done in the village, and then the path I created for many ladies, it was so easy to do it. It was difficult from society level, but it wasn't difficult once they out from the home.
I love that. They're saying that I'm going to butcher, but I think it's behind every strong man is a stronger woman, or it might just be a woman.
Yeah.
So I love the empowerment, and it's a great thing to remember, and love what you're saying about if you can do it, anyone can do it. I feel the same way where in college, I did a petition that got a little bit of movement and news and people really signing it and stuff. And I was like, I'm just at the time was like a 18, 19-year-old. And I was like, I don't know what I'm doing, but I can make this change, which means that we all can. It's important to make some noise. And I think that's really important to remember when sometimes it can feel like change isn't happening.
Yeah. And I love how you said that behind every successful man, there is a woman behind. I really want to add in that when a woman empowered and become successful, the whole community becomes successful with her. She is not a leader. When she become a leader, she created a ladder and she let other people climb on it. And when she empowered with her, the earth, Mother Earth, get also feel happy and empowered.
Yes, exactly. Love that. What made you understand that instead of just putting another thing out there, just another program, that we needed financial support and financial power?
Yeah, I really believe in bottom up approach in development. That's what I study. When you go, you never come with the solution. You let community come with you, try to find a solution together, and that solution would be sustainable solution. So I went to village in 2000. I married to a man who comes from the village area. So Bikam Kaur is technically my in-laws house, and it was my mother-in-law home. And I went there and I started with the ladies, and I was said wearing sari, and 10 by 10, like in a small square foot room we had. I was like had a lot of courage and very little fund. So I had only $100 budget, 10,000 rupees in my hand, but I had a whole hope, and I had a belief, and I had a trust. And I asked ladies, if we want to train that, how would you feel about it? And then after going door to door, meeting so many ladies for 1.5, 2 months, they actually 5 ladies agreed to come to the center. And why they agree? Everyone wanted to be agree, but then in-laws, family members, the society didn't give them a permission. But 5 ladies were so courageous and they really raised the voice like me, and they managed to come to the center. And we together we were sitting on the ground. I was teaching them embroidery, and it was really not a opening up sustainable fashion atelier and going abroad and selling garment. It wasn't like that. I just simply want to empower the woman, want to give them an opportunity, platform where they can come and speak. And while working with them, I asked the ladies, how can we support you in the long term? And she said, if we can earn money. And I told them, oh, really? This is amazing. You'll start earning money with the embroidery one day. And I remember Lexi one day after a few months, I said, oh, we've sold the first clutches. And here is your 500 rupees. And when I gave them first 500 rupees, they took a picture with the money and they said, this is the first income earned by ourselves in our entire life.
Oh,
And that was so proud moment. And without thinking, I said, one day you will be able to earn a lot more money. And they said, how's that possible? I didn't have money to buy infrastructure or sewing machine, but then we realized all of us get this sewing machine in the dowry from my in-law parents. So we brought our sewing machine in, we started stitching our embroidery pieces into the purse and clutches. And then that's how the whole journey stops. And then since that we are here, I'm sitting in Amsterdam today. We have more than 200 ladies full time working in our organization. And we not only do embroidery, we do organic cotton, natural dye. We make our own yarn, we spin the fabric yarn, we weave the fabric on a loom, we do stitching, we do embroidery, we do everything in house.
wow. That's amazing. What is something like that when seeing that in person, like, how does that make you feel?
I just feel so amazing. What makes me feel really amazing is the kind of a magic we can create. And then it makes me feel again and again believing in that philosophy that no person in this earth, on this universe, born with the less capacity. All of us born with amazing special capacity, and sometimes a lot of people are not able to make it. And when we say a lot of people, majority of time it comes to the woman on a other side of world with the grassroots communities. They can't make it, many times they drop out from the school. And it's not that they have any less capacity, it is because they never given the opportunities.
Mm.
And when the opportunity is given to them, they can just create a magic, they can create a history. So it's just a lack of opportunity, but there is no lack of ability in anyone in this earth.
That's so amazing. I think to be able to see that in person is so encouraging, or even just hearing about it me secondhand.
So amazing. I'm telling you, we started spinning project, and the spinning project is something which is very easy to do. It doesn't require a lot of hard work with the body or a lot of stain on the eyes. So we made that specific project for older ladies, because sometimes we talk about the woman like woman with the dream and woman with professional desire, but we forget woman also has the same requirement when she get older. But as we get older, woman specifically in the world is always put in the different box. And we forget that older ladies who are 50s and 60s, they still need a support, they still need to be feel valued, they still need money in their life. So that spinning project, we made it for older ladies, so they can come, they can sit, they can actually learn the skill. And I'm telling you, I've seen ladies in the age of 60. They're so fast learner. They just learn it spinning the whole, we call it ambar charkha. Ambar charkha, where you put the cotton pony and you put the cotton, original cotton, and that cotton turn into the yarn. And sitting on the floor, they can make cotton into the yarn is just so magical. And when they earn together, when they sit socialize together, when they are not pity about their age but they celebrate with other older ladies, they still crack amazing jokes, and they're still so happy, and there is a still amazing glow on their face and their eyes shine like a stars.
I love that. I feel like you don't always get to necessarily, or at least maybe I don't get to necessarily see these things happen in front of my eyes. So it's so amazing to hear about them because I feel like sustainability, again, I kind of said it, but like it can be a daunting and like a kind of a scary industry to get into, and hearing about change that's being made right in front of your eyes, it's just so encouraging, I feel like.
I'm telling you, sustainability is made very complicated by this fast fashion industries with this big corporates, so that it can be achievable. And when they will do something little, they can market it very big thing, and they make their garment unnecessarily expensive. In
Mhm.
real life, it's not like that. Sustainability is as simple as we breathe every day, and sustainability is something super easy to achieve in the life and with the business cycle. And we have done it with a lot of love, with a lot of simplicity. We achieved such a beautiful sustainable garments, a lot of love for our community, for our children, and for mother earth. I again would come back to the woman. As I said, Saheli Woman is all about the woman. And I feel when a woman is leading, sustainability is not your striving effort every day. When woman is leading, sustainability is byproduct. You just get it.
Yeah. Hey, do me a favor right now. Look down. Are you following the show? If you are, thank you. And if you aren't, hit follow right now. It only takes a second and it helps one more person find out their clothes are made of oil, which, yes, it is as bad as it sounds. There is this thing on the internet where it was like, I think it was asking AI, so immediately not very sustainable at all. But it was like asking AI what the world would look like if women ran it. And it was like in 5 years, there's more plants started popping up, in 10 years and 20 years. And then it was
Huh.
like by the end of however many years, it was like such a sustainable, like planet with everything was generated sustainably, whatever. And I was just like, that really, if the freaking AI is saying that
Yeah.
what's gonna happen, like
If
who
the
should be in
woman will,
charge?
yeah, if woman is in charge right now in this time of world, first thing will happen is war will stop immediately.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so crazy. It's so crazy, but we're getting there. One woman at a time.
Yeah.
Saheli Woman began with 5 women and a budget of about $100. So what were those first women putting at risk by joining, and what did their decision make possible for women who came later?
It's a beautiful question. I really want to answer this question telling the story of one of the women of my center. Her name is Rukaya. She joined the center and she was one of the five lady. She had four daughters that time, five daughters that time. One of the daughter was breastfeeding, and she came to the center. She never went to the school. We were doing it. She said she just came to just socialize and learn little embroidery with me. And while sitting there, she was always participating in the talk, always answering the questions with a lot of courage and with a lot of passion. And we slowly saw that there is a leadership quality in her. And then she said, okay, embroidery. She gave up on the embroidery. She said, when I do embroidery in the evening, I feel headache. I don't want to do it. And then she said, I'll sweep and mop the floor when you come. We'll make sure because I was driving from my home, which is 80 kilometers. So she said, okay, when I make sure when you come, I will clean the floor and mop the floor and water would be ready. So all of us can, five of us can sit, five, six ladies and chat, and there would be water to drink and all. And then today, when I look back to her, And today, in this, after this 10 years journey, she is a cutting master. She's a woman of power of the whole center. She's a powerhouse. There are what, 100 ladies working with her instructions, with her. The first decision she really took in her life was contraceptive. She told her husband, no more children. I don't want any children. And in my opinion, because when she was participating, she started learning more and started becoming more stronger with the knowledge. And slowly she started coming with the beautiful skill. And we made her like center master, like cutting masters, like quality master. And she learned everything just so amazingly. And then she told, and she started earning money, and then today she earns far more better than her husband. She also told her husband, no more children, I want to use contraceptive. And I feel, in my opinion, she has taken the decision that I want to use contraceptive is very big deal. When woman can take a decision about her own reproductive health, it's very powerful. Can you imagine how many women in the earth is still not able to take this decision for their own body? And she was also one of them, and she took it, and now she's giving the same power to her daughters. Her daughters are grown up ladies now, and she's giving the same power, so same understanding for her daughters. She is just become a role model between all the Muslim community in the village. Earlier she faced a lot of challenges, a lot of discrimination, a lot of problems from her in-laws, and especially male member of the village. And but then she break all the culture norms. She became such a role model, such a strong woman who always stands strongly for other ladies, but also stands strongly for her own self. And I think she created a model for future generation. That's what the change brings in the woman's life.
That is so amazing to hear. That is such like a, I'm gonna repeat everything I just said, but it's so amazing to be able to see that firsthand. That's so incredible. And what you're doing is just incredible. What's something that maybe is just the start of sustainability that people are maybe using as like a big way to promote themselves?
Yeah, greenwashing, lot of greenwashing we see around the world. And I think we need to really ask, when these people say sustainability, please ask them their roadmap. Please ask what is happening. Please check on their social media. Please check on the day-to-day activity, what is happening. And if anyone get opportunity to go on the ground and do it, please do it. Ask all this question, what, why, where, from the big brands. These are important questions to know before believing, because these terms, someone told me, oh, female empowerment would be overused term in the market, it would be not used anymore. And said, this is so sad to hear that something so vital for the society, something which is so important, we, and there's something we see around the world, still women are struggling, there is no equality. Even after all that, when we say, oh, this would be over term use, it's very sad to hear. This is the right time in the world, we need to just really speak about it. It is so heartbreaking for me to hear when people say, oh, we don't want to talk about the sustainable garment, it's just over term used, oh, term being used over time, and it's over out of the fashion market and it's not used anymore. And I feel when we see the even more global warming situation, we cannot even see, we can feel it everywhere around the world. And if you are like talking about a country like India, who's producing for the world, if you will look at the temperature right now and the amount of heat has increased in that country due to the production, it is happening right now front of our eyes, and we all of us can feel it. And even after peeling, we feel, oh, it's not part of fashion term anymore, or it's overused term. It's very heartbreaking, because if we don't need to talk anymore about it, we need to do action, we need to take action. It's action time. And in the action time, if we say no, it's over term, overused term, it's very heartbreaking. It's very nonsense to speak like that.
Yeah, no, completely. There's just what you said about the do the research of who, if they need to say who, what, where is so important. Because if a company is being sustainable, ethical, if they're doing all of those things, those buzzwords or whatever, they will put it out there.
Yeah.
It'll be out there for you to find, and you're not going to have to go look in some crazy document somewhere, do some intense research.
Yeah.
It's going to be there. The transparency is going to be there. And so I think that's how I judge whether or not like a company's really caring, because if I can go on their website or Instagram or I don't even know where, talk to them and be like, how are you guys doing this? It shouldn't be hard to find that information. And if it is, that's what I usually say is a little bit of a red flag.
Yeah. And fact check. If you will actually, we work with the cotton, and even with our cotton project, we try to break a lot of culture norms. So for us, product, but at the same time, breaking the culture norms, giving a voice to the woman, because in this whole cycle, women work hard, and but she never get any credit for anything what she does. So even in the farming, if you will see, the man only brings the seeds and supply, and they run the tractor in the field, but rest of the hard work in the cotton farm is done by the woman. But the money will go to the husband's account. And when we talk about the farmer, we will always see a male member from my country standing on the as a farmer,
Mhm.
mode. But when we look at the ground, who's doing the hard work? Woman. Where the money is going in man's hand. So what about with the woman who's putting so much effort? Even if she needs 100 rupees, she'll ask her husband. Even after putting so much effort in the ground, in the field. So we try to break that. We make our woman as a leader of the farm. We give recognize woman as a female farmer, and our training, our seeds, our financial benefits is all given to the female farmers, not to the husband. So that's how we are breaking all this culture norm in the village. But at the same time, when we are learning about the cotton, we are seeing around the West, we are seeing in the West how much there is so much buzz around organic cotton, organic t-shirt, organic cotton t-shirt, organic cotton. Every client comes and want organic certification. But if you look at the practice in a real life on the ground, how much even organic seeds are available? Hardly 5% in the whole of India. So if the organic seed is only 5% available, and then 80%, 70% garment in the West is saying we are organic certified cotton from India, where the cotton is coming from. This data, this number doesn't match. So I really again stand very strongly against this big certification. To it's a process of again gaining a lot of money, making, and this certification is always in the West. So even Indian crop, Indian hard work, indigenous communities effort and knowledge would be have a value in the market if the Western certification would come and actually approve and said, no, we put your seal, now you can charge money. And I feel like that's very colonial mindset.
How do you encourage these women to find their independence without suggesting that they need to reject traditions or communities or their families?
We don't tell them rejection. It's really when women are together, like again, woman is beauty, woman is togetherness, woman is caring, woman is not breaking. Rejection is all male behavior. When we do that, we do it with a lot of love. We don't need to reject you. We understand you. Male is also important part of our society. We are not rejecting you, but we want you to include the woman with you. So when we do project, especially with the cotton farming, we involve the husband as well. You please also come, because you are the one who's buy the supply. So you need to understand, if the electricity is broken, definitely you are the one who's going and fixing it. So you need to understand this. We are not rejecting you. We just want you to include the woman and recognize that she's also equally working hard with you.
Have there ever been circumstances in which a family member is against this at first, but then they end up changing their mind and being
Yeah, we face lot of resistance. We faced lot of resistance in early year, but then COVID was a blessing for us. In the COVID time, when all the men were sitting at home, our ladies were only earning hand, and we were still producing with the amazing client. Even with such a crisis time, all our international clients are also female. So you see the power of community. So we arrange a Skype call together, like joint call. We discuss the problems together. We try to figure it out solution together. And I had a big team, and then all this client who's sitting in Germany, US, America, Australia, they really come with some small projects, production project for us, and we were still producing for them. So our ladies were only earning hand, and even in this crisis time, our other other side of world, our international partners business was flourishing, we were flourishing, and our ladies were earning money. And that time the whole myth for a woman should not go out from home, or she should not earn money because she'll raise her voice, she can go against, completely washed away. And it recognize a value that how important it is to for women to also earn money, so when the crisis comes she can handle it well, far more better than men.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
amazing. I think that is just, again, a representation of what all we can do. And even when there's pushback, which there often is, it's so important to remember to keep doing it and keep pushing
Yeah.
back on the pushback.
Yeah.
That's so incredible. Ethical fashion brands often feature artisans prominently in their storytelling. When does telling a woman's story create opportunity, or when does it feel or begin to feel maybe like what we were talking about, greenwashing or extractive?
Yeah, I would say in the early stage when this sustainable fashion movement started and the I made your clothes started and who made your clothes movement started, we've been given the paper printed, I made your cloth, and hold it and take a picture. We did it for 1 year. Second year we refuse. And all the client ask, why Madhu, why you don't want to do it? This is the moment, this is the week, we need to really post this. I made your cloth, who made your cloth? And said, putting this paper on a face is again objectifying and putting the woman in a different box. We are not in a different box. We are not in the silos. We are together in the circle. The earth is round, so we are rotating. Our feelings, our energy rotate. It moves. So it is important to give women voice rather than only showing. And if you let people, community who's working with you, giving them opportunity to speak and share, that's the answer. If you're not scared of their voice, of artisan voice, that's the answer. If you can let them talk about the challenges they face, because working with the craft is also a very creative process. And if you and it has also its own challenge. If you can let them speak and share their success, challenges, failure, it's important.
I love that. I think that's so important because it's not like what you said, it's not just a box. It's not just a marketing ploy or something like that. I think it's an important thing to distinguish. So you began by helping five women earn an income. Today you are thinking about land, farming, and an entire seed to sow system. What does the next chapter of Saheli Women make possible?
A really next chapter is establishing the school for the woman in the village. We really want, it took us 11 years to decode the cotton industry. Cotton is so centralized, it's so difficult to break. It's so difficult to understand where the seed comes from, where the spinning happens, where the certification happens, who's giving this certification, why they are giving certification. It took us 11 years to crack this and decode that. Now, my dream is the way it took me 11 years, no lady should struggle for 11 years anymore in the rural area. We should make the journey even simpler and easier for them. So we want to set up a school of skills development. It will be Saheli Women School of Skills Development, where 16 years old to all the way 60 years old women can come together. No matter what is their age, they can still crack the jokes together. They can still learn from each other, and we can keep the age aside. And then we want to really teach them different programs where they can join the organic cotton program, they can join the stitching, spinning, all this embroidery, natural dye program. They can learn how to develop the business, they can learn how to use social media. And then I really want lot more rural ladies to come out and do something, because again I feel like there is a lot of opportunities in the cities. Lady we born in the city probably have more opportunity to go to the school, universities, learn, but many women in the villages still don't have it. They don't probably have proper electricity and no running water. So how we can make their life beautiful and easy? And that's why we want to set up a school, and we really want to help them so that they can also be very powerful.
That is so amazing. Everything you're doing is so incredible. And again, it's so amazing to be able to hear stories or see it happen right in front of you. And that's just incredible. I feel so inspired. So, where can people, listeners, follow and support your work?
They should really look at us on Instagram. We share all our problems, challenges, success, beautiful moments, festivals, everything on the Instagram. Even when we do natural dye, sometimes natural dye the color doesn't come. Sometimes the color bleeds. Sometimes color give a sweat patch, and we are in the process of doing this R&D. and we cannot learn it, then we always share on our social media, because people need to understand that these things just not a, sometimes social media looks very happy thing. It's, but it's not a fairy tale. Life is all about the challenges, life is all about the failure, and life is all about learning and becoming stronger from that failures and challenges. So we share everything, so people should please share, follow us on our social media on Instagram, Saheli Woman, and they can learn what we are doing every day. And if they want to shop Saheli Woman garment, we make beautiful garment, and they actually can shop from saheliwoman.com. And we also produce for a lot of international business around the world. So then they can also see a lot of businesses are working with us, and we produce sustainable garment from them for them. And then there is, after looking at that, you understand there is no competition feeling. There is a lot of harmony, there is a lot of happiness, there's a lot of support, and celebrating those beautiful moments as a woman around the world.
I love that. Everyone go check them out. And thank you so much. This has been amazing. That's the end of the podcast. Thank you so much. It was so great talking with you. I feel really inspired. You're doing amazing work.
Thank you so much.
If something in today's episode stuck with you, tell someone, share it, screenshot it, send it to your group chat. Subscribe if you haven't, leave a review if you're feeling generous, and come find me on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at Lexy Silverstein. That's Lexy, silver like the color, Stein. Everything else lives at LexySilverstein.com. Live a good life and look fucking good doing it, and demand better from the brands in your closet and everywhere else. See you next week.